Do you feel like you're fighting against anxiety that seems relentless? I've been there too. Your mind racing, your chest tight. And the worst part, trying to control what I couldn't, but 2,000 years ago, the Stoics already had the answer. And today, I'm going to show you 5 simple and practical Stoic principles that completely changed the way I deal with anxiety. Stoicism saved my mind by teaching me to focus on what I can control and accept what I can't. Before adopting it, my life was marked by anxiety and frustration with circumstances. Stoicism showed me that suffering often comes from our reaction to events, not the events themselves. I learned to cultivate inner peace, practicing mental discipline and controlling my desires. When facing challenges, instead of despairing, I focus on what I can do and let go of worries about the uncontrollable. Stoicism isn't about denying emotions, but about choosing how to react to them, maintaining serenity in the face of adversity, and believe me, if it worked for emperors and warriors in times of war, it will work for you too. What is under your control, and what is not? This was the question that changed the life of Epictetus, a slave who became a philosopher. He used to say, "Some things depend on us, others do not." Anxiety arises when we try to control the uncontrollable, what people think, the future, the past. Practical example, do you have an important meeting tomorrow? You don't control your boss's reaction, but you control your preparation, your posture, your breathing. Focus 100% on what you can do. Everything you can't control, let go. Principle 2, memento mori deepens and generates powerful reflection. The Stoics practiced memento mori, remember that you will die. It sounds morbid, but it's not. It's liberating when you realize that life is short, small worries lose their power. Practical example, you anxious because you're afraid of making a mistake. Remember, in 100 years, no one will care. And probably not even you. Use this to live with courage now. Principle 3, amor fati changes the view on obstacles. Amor fati means love of fate. It's not just accepting what happens, but loving it as if you had chosen it. Marcus Aurelius said, "What hinders the action, advances the action." The obstacle becomes the way. Practical example, you anxious because things went wrong. What if that mistake is exactly what you needed to grow? Instead of fighting against life, ally yourself with it. Principle 4, negative visualization, teaches how to deal with uncertainty. Anxiety comes from the fear of the unknown. The Stoics had an exercise called premeditatio malorum, imagining the worst that could happen. It may sound strange, but hold on, when you face the worst-case scenario, anxiety loses its power. Practical example, you about to speak in public and feel nervous. Think, what's the worst that can happen? Choking? Stuttering? And then, what would you do? You'll realize that even the worst is not the end of the world. Principle 5, the present is everything closes with focus on the now. Seneca said, "We are often more frightened by imagination than by reality. Anxiety lives in the future." Stoicism teaches that the now is all that exists. Practical example, when you feel anxiety creeping in, stop and ask, what's happening now? Breathe, look around, realize, right now, you are safe, and in the now, you have power. If these principles made sense to you, start now, not tomorrow. Not when everything is perfect. Now, subscribe to the channel, because in the next video, I'll show you how to practice Stoic journaling to strengthen your mind even more. Stoic philosophy isn't just a concept, it's daily practice, and together, we'll master this.